You know me, SDMT. Man, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. Bad news right here, man. Dak Prescott suffers a potential career-ending injury with a compound fracture to his lower leg. This is sad, man. This is sad. Dak was in a franchise tag contract year. You know what I mean? This is the big risk for athletes when you go out there, you try to get the deal, but you can't get the deal, so the team franchise tags you. He got about, over 30 million, so he wasn't, getting pennies, but you know what I mean? He didn't get that big money with the guaranteed money for protection for situations like this. This major injury hits the Cowboys hard. Dak hard. We look at him, he was a young quarterback on the rise. He was going to get this big payday. He was having a huge season. He almost had 2,000 yards just in 5 games. He was running those numbers up, 9 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. Cowboys as a team were struggling, but Dak was doing his thing, man. He was doing his thing, and he's a quarterback we've seen develop and progress from the beginning where, the Cowboys didn't really trust him and they used to put everything on Zeke. And you see now the Cowboys learn to start trusting him and let him, throw the ball and, make big plays with those great weapons he has, man. But this is a tough injury. You know what I mean? I wish the best for Dak. You know what I mean? You can tell, you can see it all over his face how hurt he is. When you're a competitor, man, you get injured like that. If you ever play any sports, you know how much it hurts to not be able to be there for that team. And him being the quarterback of that team, that's everything. You know what I mean? He wants to be out there with his guys. He worked hard. He trained. And he's the leader of that offense and that team. So for him not to be able to be out there and, potentially, as much as we love football, one of the fears is that, the game is going to, take us out of it before we walk away. And that's a definite, a fear when you're an athlete. And hopefully this injury doesn't take, in Dak's career. We look at Alex Smith that came back for a horrific injury. We look at Teddy Bridgewater. So it's stuff that we've seen guys come back from horrific injuries, and hopefully, we're all sending those prayers for Dak and his family. He had surgery right after the game, so, the Cowboys are doing their due diligence, So this is definitely sad. 2020, man, it just keeps hitting us. This is another huge hit. A lot of the players reacted. Dez, said that the Cowboys need to take care of Dak, you know what I mean, if he can't play again. And hopefully he can play again, but, definitely they should. Patrick Mahomes spoke out, Diggs, J.J. Watt, the whole NFL community, you can tell, felt this, because when you're an athlete, this is one of your fears. This is one of your fears that, one play can just change everything. And this is why I'm a big proponent of the players getting as much money as they can while they can, because you never know. Fans get very comfortable with players thinking, oh, they won't get hurt that bad, or, they can always, find a way back. But you never know what can happen out there. And not just with the major injuries with, your joints, but also your brain. You know what I mean? You get enough of those, big hits that CTE may catch up later. So I'm always for the players getting that money. I wish the Cowboys and that could have worked out a deal where he could have got that big guaranteed money, over 100-some million that he deserves, He's the franchise quarterback of that team, and the Cowboys are definitely showing a lot of support to him right now. Definitely send those prayers out to him. Hopefully he can come back. It may take a season or two for him to get back out there, and the Cowboys are going to have to figure that situation out as a franchise when you finally get your franchise quarterback. And he goes down with a serious injury. They have to figure things out right there. So, definitely prayers out to Dak, man. And shout out to all the Cowboys fans out there. You know what I mean? I know it's a tough time for you guys and just the football community. You know what I mean? Like, when you love the game and you played the game, this is not something you ever want to see. Even if you hate the Cowboys and you hate Dak or whatever, you got to understand that this is a game that we love. And we don't want to see guys get injured like this. You know what I mean? We don't want to see guys potentially be taken out before their time. Dak was getting into his prime. You know what I mean? He was getting into his prime, getting into his wave, and he was like really, really starting to get going. And this is definitely an obstacle for him. You know what I mean? Adversity hit him, and I think Dak has the heart. He's an athlete that's going to battle through this, and he's going to need the support of his family, his teammates, and the fans. Just let him know. You know what I mean? Just keep sending those positive vibes. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what I got to say on this. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on my notifications. I'm out. SDMT!